Scientists are warning that huge areas of coral reef could be wiped out this year because the oceans are getting hotter. Researchers believe a warm patch in the Pacific known as the blob may be partly to blame. Not much is known about what caused it, but it covers a wide area off the coast of North America. But the blob isn't the only culprit. Climate change has led to a bout of record high temperatures in parts of the oceans. It's causing coral reefs to lose their colour, a process known as coral bleaching. In all, this year, 12,000 square kilometres of coral are in danger of being wiped out. That's 5% of the global total. Why does this matter? Well, coral reefs are nurseries for many species of fish and provide livelihoods for millions of people. Well, joining us now live from Bergen in Norway is Dorothy Dankel, a researcher from the University of Bergen. Dorothy, good to have you with us. So clearly coral reefs are extremely important ecosystems, and of course, you know, this is a life form that takes thousands and thousands of years to form.
Yeah, exactly. We don't have any time to waste. This is a major warning now coming from science that society should really respond to. Coral bleaching at this magnitude is very bad for biodiversity. It's one of the first real events of climate change that we can put our finger on, and it's bad for tourism, for local communities who depend on the reefs, but it's also bad because the reefs breathe for us, produce a lot of oxygen for humankind.
Do we know where the worst affected areas are?
Well, right now the scientists are pointing to the North Pacific, around Guam, but also southeast Australia, and even in the Caribbean around Florida. So the world's largest reef, the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, but then the third largest, the reef, Barrier Reef from Miami down to the Dry Tortugas, will also most likely be affected.
Okay, we have the climate conference coming up in Paris, of course, at the end of this year. Can this be reversed? Can steps be taken?
It might already be too late. This is the scary thing. It takes, after a bleaching event, it could take corals some years, 5 to 10 years to recover. It really depends also on water quality is a big issue for corals to be able to repair themselves. But at the rate of climate change that we're seeing now, it might not be enough time for corals to naturally protect themselves and to adapt to these climate events that we're having.
Yeah, it is very disturbing. I mean, is climate change the main cause of damage? How does it compare to human activity, of course, which can also damage coral?
Well, human activity can damage coral in different ways, in more local ways. For example, if you touch a coral, you can kill it because it loses its mucus that protects it. So divers should always be trained and never to touch coral, but always to look at coral. But just, for example, sewage treatment, going right from land into the reefs is also a big thing. Clean waters are essential for healthy coral reef ecosystems. The coral is only as healthy as the water that surrounds it.
Dorothy, it's a depressing picture. Thank you very much indeed for talking us through it. Dorothy Dankel there from Bergen in Norway. Okay, let's get